How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to some more Animal Crossing City Folk Deluxe. A few days ago, version 1.10 came out, and I didn't really pay too much attention to what was all changed exactly, but I thought today that I would play a little bit of the game and maybe see if I can find anything that had changed. Unfortunately, I didn't really notice anything too big, although you will see at the end of the video when I go into the plaza. I do meet for sure one new cat named Meow. Now, I'm going to do a quick Google search and see if this is unique to Deluxe or if it's... because I don't think it is. No, I believe it's from the original game. Possibly. I don't know on that one. I do know that she has been in Animal Crossing before, but I do have the patch notes here, or changelog, whatever you'd like to call it. So I'm just gonna read off. Might as well just read off all this because there's a lot of fun new stuff added. It looks like. So let me read off some of the villagers first. For alligators, there is Liz. For anteaters, there is Nosegay and Luisha. I don't know how you'd say that. Birds, there's now Otis, Twerp, Joe, Flash, Miss Rosa, and Shokishi, it looks like. Bulls, Chuck, Oxford, Weldon, and Vic. Cats, Pierre, Meow, and you'll see Meow later in the video when I go to the plaza. For cubs, there's Alan, Mike, Marty, and Judy. For chickens, there's Hector, Hank, Leia, Rhoda, and Plucky. For cows, there's Petunia, Bessie, Billy, and Carrot. Dogs, there's Megumi, Ernest, and Bao. Ducks, Fruity, Shinabi. Elephants, Elena, and Shy. Frogs, there's Sunny. Goats, Iggy, Sven, Sherb. Gorillas, there's Jane, Yodel, Rocket, and Rilla, which I believe isn't Rocket the... That's the pink one, right? Hippos, there's Rolo, Lulu, and Clara. Horses, there's Philly. Ooh, Epona's in this now. That's actually really cool. And Reina. Koalas, there's Huggy and Eugene. Kangaroos, there's Marcy, Valise, and Summer. Lions, there's Aziz, Makanda. Monkeys, I read that as if it was a name. I'm just reading the monkeys now. Flip, Shari, Tension. Mice, there's Penny, Chico, Jelly, and Flossie. Ostriches, there's Nindori. For penguins, there's Chadwick, not Chadwick, Chabwick. Nevada, Tex, Flo, Sprinkle. I do know Flo, and pretty sure I know who Sprinkle is. Pigs, there's Sue, Hambo, Pigleg. For rabbits, there's Toby. Rhinos, there's Tiara and Patricia. For sheep, there's Ramsey, Itoli. Squirrels, there's Chestnut, Cece, and Vichy. And for wolves, there's Alpha. So I think some of these are from the OG Animal Forest Nintendo 64 version or GameCube version, one of those two. Because I'm not too familiar with a lot of these. I can't recall if any of them were added back in New Horizons or not. Some of them don't seem like they were, but I'm pretty sure some of these are from the GameCube version in Animal Forest, which is pretty cool that they've added some of those back, because it's been a hot minute since we've seen any of them, and it's been never since I've seen any of them, really. For new items, they've added a Pokeball set, a blue carnation, which it's listed under items, so I don't know if that's a flower you can obtain, or if you have to breed certain carnations to get it, but I should be able to figure that out just by planting certain carnation types next to each other and then finding out that way. There's also a shiny Pikmin, a Falcon helmet, Ash's hat, Pikachu cap, and Dimentio's mask. I think a lot of these are Pokemon related for the Dimentio's mask. But it is cool that we have some Pokemon stuff in Animal Crossing, which I don't think we have had before from... Well, was there any in New Leaf? I can't remember. I know we had some Metroid stuff. We had some... Wasn't there something in Captain Falcon's? I don't even... What is that? F-Zero, is that his series is? I can't remember. More previously unattainable items are now obtainable, such as the moving boxes. And if you want to get really specific, moving boxes L, moving boxes M, and moving boxes S are available, as well as invisible chair and invisible bench. There's full support to the calendars to go up to 2099, including proper dates for all the events. Added alphabetical sorting to the catalog, as well as a way to configure the sorting order. Added distinguishable forgeries like those introduced in Animal Crossing New Leaf, which that to me sounds like a really big one, because now you'll hopefully be able to check the pictures and see if there's anything changed about them. There's now bulletins for Anniversary Day, Burns Night, and Shamrock Day. I'm assuming the Anniversary Day would be the one that you start your town. There's now Korean translations for all new text. And now this is under the changes category. So, categorical catalog sorting was changed to consider new items in a proper order. Paintings are now listed in the catalog among furniture. Uncatalogued items are now guaranteed to be gifted by Tortimer, Wisp, Chip, Nat, Pave, Jingle, Katie, and Caitlin. The silver tools now generate with a 5% chance of Nook Store instead of 2%, which I've kind of been hoping for that, honestly. I think it's the silver slingshot that I don't have, and hopefully now this will give a chance that I might actually obtain it. Spotlight items may now show up at Crazy Red Store now, which that's, I guess, kind of a cool thing. Various other item generation conditions were tweaked, which I'm hoping that means we see a little bit more variety in the store. I'm going to be honest, I don't play every day typically, so for all I know, maybe there is a bit more variety, but that's pretty cool that we might be seeing more of different items. Gracie's discount bonus has been changed to 20% instead of 10%, which is pretty big, I would say. Harry now allows to choose the other gender's hairstyle after taking 5 haircuts instead of 15. Pretty sweet. Some villager personalities have been changed to more fitting ones, which I don't know. I don't know how that would work exactly. If it just changes some of their dialogue or phrases, I don't know. Most villagers that were not obtainable as starting villagers can now generate new towns, which that's a pretty cool one. Fish and insects can now be dropped off from the inventory now, which this is something similar that the New Leaf plugin did. So I wonder if now that City Folk and New Leaf have them, maybe they can implement that into Wild World, and who knows, maybe even the GameCube version. I don't know how those games mechanics all work though. Painting prices have been decreased from 20,000 bells to 10,000 bells. Various HRA related item properties have been adjusted. Various item furniture colors have been adjusted. White grape hat is now purple and green versus green. Blue vase is now aqua versus aqua and blue, if I'm reading that right. Save data graphics and text have been changed to distinguish them from an unmodded game. Internet disconnection message on start menu was rephased to refer to Wimfi. Concert credits now reference more people who contributed to the project, which props to them for actually doing that. Just to give people credit where credit's due. Latin American Spanish and Quebec French localizations now use their proper localized villager names. All localizations have been updated to fix mistakes and inconsistencies. The title screen now displays the correct version number. For bug fixes, attempting to use DS communication features no longer crashes the game. Invalid text characters have now been removed from all affected villager catchphrases and item names. A crash caused by faulty item generation for the title screen has been fixed. Which, that might have been one of my issues that I was having before, because I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but the game kept crashing for some reason when I tried to play it, but maybe this will fix that now. Fixed various villager texture mapping mistakes, and under miscellaneous, the code running the mod's changes has been rewritten from scratch in a more efficient manner, which is good news, good news. So, the creator, I believe his name is pronounced Orum, someone correct me if I'm wrong. It does sound like he has more updates planned, which I'm really looking forward to. I do want to get back into this game. As you guys know, I've been playing a lot more New Leaf than I did in the past, so I would really like to give these older Animal Crossing games another chance. Not to say I don't like them, just kind of a breath of fresh air to get over New Horizons and kind of the burnout that I was having from that. So I'm really looking forward to that. Upcoming changes, and it does look like he kind of discusses a lot of changes and stuff. He does take opinions from people in his Discord server, so if you're interested in any of the stuff or any of his mods that he does, I would check out his Discord server. You can find it on the City Folk Deluxe page, as well as an installation guide for installing this. I know my first time trying to get this all going, it was a little bit rough. And quick question for any of those who mod their Wii's. For some reason, whenever I try to install Revolution to the Wii menu, it just says failed right away. So if anyone knows how to fix that, please let me know in the comments, and I'll be very appreciative. Aside from that, I don't think that there's any. I don't think there's like any hidden changes that he's made, as far as I know. But who knows? One thing I maybe would like to see incorporated at some point is some of New Horizons hairstyles. I don't know how complicated that would be. I do know that someone for at least the emulated version of New Leaf. I don't know if you can get it in your actual 3DS physical copy or digital copy, but I've been seeing on Reddit that someone is making different wigs for New Leaf, but I think it's only used on the Citra version, or maybe some other emulated version I'm not aware of. So I wonder if something like that would be possible for City Folk, just to make those custom hairstyles for the game, or if you could, have Harriet do that directly, or just a matter of like maybe actually having Harriet like be able to pick your style, like sort of how you do in New Horizons. You can just pick out whichever hairstyle you want from the mirror. But in this game, just have you go to Harriet to do it. I feel that would be a bit more fitting, and that way you keep Shampoodle. So there's an idea. But aside from that, I don't have too much more to say. You will see at the end of the video. I might even make it the video's thumbnail. Meow is it lava? And there might be some other villages as well. But I want to thank you guys all for watching, and hope you have a good rest of your day.